Hi. Today what I will be doing is to discuss how to maintain emotional stability in challenging situations. So I'm going to use an example from a client I worked with who was anxious and her partner was dismissive, avoidant. All right, this client would normally, when they're having some difficult conversations, some challenging discussion, what would happen is that the partner would shut down during this conflict. The dynamic would escalate quickly and she would pursue for connection, whereas he would withdraw. And that leaves both parties feeling misunderstood and frustrated. Now, during one argument, after she's learned certain tools from me, her partner unexpectedly went silent again, just like he normally would. And basically, he just walked out and left the room, made the conversation. Normally, what she would do is to follow him, demanding answers, just crying and spiraling into fears of abandonment. But because of the sessions and teaching her some grounding techniques and emotional regulation, tools like questioning, deep breathing, pausing before reacting, self-talk, reframing, and body awareness, she learned how to recognize these triggers in real time. And instead of chasing and seeking some kind of a validation, she was able to pause instead of reacting impulsively. Now, instead of reacting, what she did was she took a few minutes to sit in silence. She checked in with her body and tell herself, this is hard, but I'm safe. I don't need to chase anyone to be worthy of love. And some other tools as well. But she also journaled her feelings, and she basically reminded herself that staying regulated was more important than forcing resolution in the moment. The outcome was very different from her normal outcome before she learned these tools. Because she stayed calm and didn't escalate the conflict, her partner eventually returned to the conversation more open and grounded himself. That moment was a turning point for her because it reminded her that staying regulated was more important than forcing resolution in the moment. She realized that her stability created space for connection, not just for herself, but also for her partner. The takeaway is that emotional stability isn't about suppressing your feelings, it's about creating inner stillness amid chaos. When you become the eye of the storm, as you know, in a hurricane, the eye of the storm is where calm is, right? You lead with your presence rather than panic. And that often invites others to meet you there in that place of calm. This is Dr. Christine, your relationship and mindset master doctor, and your leverage for change. See you next time. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to get this information to others who may also need to be reminded of this. Take care. Bye-bye.